today we are making stuffed cabbage. Okay guys, we are back in the kitchen. You are going to take your cabbage and you're going to gut the core, okay? Just take the knife. As you can see, I'm rotating it circular around the cabbage just to get all the filling that is inside the cabbage out of the cabbage. You're then going to fill up a pot full of water, wait for it to boil, and then sit your cabbage inside of it. Boil for about 10 to 15 minutes if you do like your cabbage crunchy, for about 20 to 25 minutes if you like your cabbage more on the soft side. Then you're going to take your lovely colorful peppers and cut them up into small pieces horizontally and vertically. It does not matter what color peppers you use, it is really all preference. Once you finish dicing those up very small, you're then going to take an onion and add those into the mixture. Once you finish adding your peppers and onions, you're going to add them in your ground beef or your choice of meat. So once you have all your peppers in a bowl with your choice of meat, you're going to take your seasonings that you choose to put in here. I use some Lawry's, some salt, some pepper, some garlic powder, and a little bit of parsley, and just mixed everything up. Once again, this is all preference, however you like to season your food. There are some people who do have high blood pressure and diabetes and high cholesterol, so depending on what you're cooking, you know what you need to use. So once your cabbage is boiling, you're going to then put the meat and the peppers into a pan and start to cook your meat down. Your meat creates its own oil, so you do not need to put too much grease into the pan. However, if that is your preference, go ahead and rock on, honey. Next, we're going to be taking some beef gravy and adding into our ground beef and mixing that up thoroughly throughout the meat and the peppers. Go ahead and add some cheese into that mixture to spice this meal up. You can never go wrong with cheese. I'm sorry, like add as much cheese as you want. Once that's all mixed in and settled in, you're going to go back and check on your cabbage. It should be finished boiling by now. You just kind of want to loosen up the leaves just to make sure that they're kind of falling apart. And if they're falling apart to your liking and soft enough, then you can go ahead and take the cabbage out of the pan. Put the cabbage onto a cutting board, and how I was separating those leaves in the pot, you're going to do with your hands on your cutting board. Go ahead, separate them, get all the water out of them, and just kind of layer them on top of each other. Okay, so this is the hardest part of the process, and it's really not hard at all. You're going to just take one single piece of cabbage leaf and go ahead and cut the spine off of it. You don't want to bite into that too hard with your actual cabbage roll, so go ahead and cut that off. You're then going to flip the cabbage leaf sideways and cut a split halfway through the spine so you can go ahead and place your meat inside of it. This is going to help us wrap this baby up and put it into a roll. You can kind of wrap this however you want. I like to wrap it sideways from the bottom into like a little cocoon, and then fold the flaps over and tuck it in. Once you tuck that in, you can go ahead and lay it in a pan. I decided to just pour some rice into a pot for my family, because who doesn't want rice with cabbage? I mean, honestly. So once you have all your cabbage rolls rolled up, you're going to place them in your Pyrex or in your pan ready to go in the oven. But before you do put it in the oven, you're going to add some of that same beef gravy that we put into the meat, and we're going to lightly brush a little bit on the top of this. You do not want to drench your cabbage rolls inside of gravy, because you don't want it to be soupy. I mean, unless you do want it to be soupy. I don't want it to be soupy. Go ahead, spread that all out nice and easy, and you're going to put it in the oven on 400 for 25 minutes. So up next, I am chopping up some carrots. Yes, I love carrots, so delicious. Cut these up into a whole bunch of tiny little pieces. Once you're finished cutting these carrots up, you are going to wash them off. Wash your vegetables, people. That is important. put it in a pan, and we're going to be candy coating our carrots today. So I'm going to be using honey, some minced garlic, some black pepper, and some salt, and we're going to just make these carrots come to life, honey. I did burn them a little bit on the bottom just so that they had that like burnt effect. I kind of burnt them a little too much, but they still taste delicious. Oh, and as you can see, I did add about 3 tablespoons of butter in there. Y'all, bear with me. This recording, my cooking is like new to me, and I'm just trying to improve every meal. Okay? Okay. Okay, guys, 25 minutes has passed. The rice is done, the carrots are done and burnt, as you can see. And here goes our final finished product of our stuffed cabbage. Get into it, honey. Look at that parsley. Parsley makes everything so much prettier. Sorry, carrots. Y'all get the gist, okay? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what meals y'all want to see me cook next. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at TheGlassTableGirl. Bye.